I'd like to offer a formal apology to anybody who may have been expecting the Burnley triple header that may have been previously advertised. I've already played 2 of the games. Did you really want a Burnley triple header? Hello and welcome to part 7 of my Football Manager 2019 beta playthrough with Chelsea. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have the third of our 3 consecutive games against Burnley. This one is the second leg of a Europa League knockout game. And then I'm going to show you an FA Cup game against Leeds, mainly because tomorrow I plan on showing you a Manchester double header that's potentially going to be a title decider. Since you were last with me, our good form has continued. It's been green all year. The only game in 2019 we haven't won yet was the first leg away against Burnley, which was a 0-0 draw. So we still didn't lose it, but it is a little bit worrying that Burnley are the only team this year we've managed to stop us scoring. We only managed the 1 goal against them in the league as well. And now we're going to play them for the 3rd time in a week. And hopefully another 1-0 win. And we're through. But that excellent Premier League form does mean that the Premier League itself looks thusly. We are 4 points clear of Manchester City, 10 points clear of Man United, but Man United do have a game in hand on us. But as you'll see from our schedule, tomorrow's episode is going to be 2 consecutive home games, Manchester City, Manchester United. If we win both of those, we could be wrapping up a Premier League title in the very near future, which would be a very satisfying way to get FM19 up and running. Presumably you're watching the Bayern Munich save as well. If you're not, I'm not going to spoil it, but you should watch that. I've decided FM19 is the year Kev gets good at Football Manager. Right, let's play Burnley anyway. And this is the team that we're putting out there for that game. We have Kepa available again. My word, has it been a long time since this man has been fully fit. He broke his leg way back when. He's only actually played 10 games for us this season. 2 of them have been in the last week because he's only just got fit again. So Kepa is back in the side. That goalkeeping blunder we made in the transfer window doesn't count anymore because we've got a proper keeper in place again. And then got a back 4 of Alonso, Rudiger, Delight and Emerson at right back because we've got no other right backs. If we just have a little look at our squad and just see what the right back situation is. Azpilicueta is suspended. Zappacosta has never been in our Europa League squad and he's also injured anyway, so he's not playing there in the league. Rudiger would ordinarily move across, but I need him at centre back because I'm not that confident in David Luiz or Christensen. I think I might want another centre-back in the summer. I like these 2 as a partnership. I'm not sure I like the 2 backups that I've got. I've then got Kante and Drinkwater in midfield. Yes, Danny Drinkwater is having to start. We're having a few issues. Jorginho, you're all going to call me an idiot for playing Drinkwater ahead of him. I am still far from convinced. He's one of our few players who's not a nice green 7+ average rating for the season. I know I'm probably not using him right, but he's running out of opportunities. Kovacic just needs a little bit of a rest, otherwise it would be Kante and Kovacic. And then we've got Morata up front with Pedro, Loftus-Cheek and Willian in behind. Hazard also injured. Ross Barkley is injured somewhere. Kasper Dolberg unregistered. It might, De Jong still not fully fit after his long-term injury. We're running out of players. This isn't the team that you would want to send into the knockout rounds of European competition. I would make a number of changes if I had everybody fully fit and fully available and fully registered in the squads. As it is, I think we should still be capable of beating Burnley, but we do need to make sure the players are fully aware that the expectation is we go out there and beat Burnley. If we win the Premier League but get knocked out of the Europa League by Burnley, who are 14th in the Premier League, by the way, I think that's something we probably need to worry a little bit about. And what's that I hear down in the comments? Kev, if you get knocked out, it's because you played Drinkwater ahead of Jorginho. I'll allow that. I'll accept that. If that's how it ends up, then I'll accept I probably should have played Jorginho. But I'm looking to move him on. He was signed for 50 million by the last guy. I'm ready to move him on. Pedro's just scored. An absolute beauty, though. He's the other player who's been a regular starter for us, I guess he's not a regular starter. If Willian and Hazard are fit, they play. But Pedro's played a lot of games because of injuries and suspensions. But Pedro's the other one, along with Jorginho, who's averaging below a 7. But he opens the scoring. Less than a minute on the clock as well. Straight at one of Burnley's many England goalkeepers. And we're 1-0 up. And hopefully we continue what we've done in the last couple of games against Burnley, which is keep a clean sheet against them. If we keep a clean sheet, we're into the next round of the Europa League, and that is all anybody could ever ask for. Emerson plays it across to... Who was that? Is that Alonso running? I love these wing-backs. They're so attacking. Willian crosses, and there's Pedro again. It's his second goal of the game. 2-0 up after 17 minutes, and Pedro's decided he wants to win the Europa League. He's probably... I mean, he's 31 now, I think. He's probably accepting the fact that he's another one who's likely to be moved on in the summer. Expect there to be major transfer upheaval in the summer, which might seem mad for a team that should go on to win the Premier League and could still potentially win a European competition as well. But I am far from happy with the makeup of this squad. I think we've got a good team when they're all fit, but we don't yet have a good squad of players, and that's something that I plan to fix in the summer. Some of them will be players coming back in on who've been out on loan this season, and then there's going to be a lot of wheeler dealing, a lot of ins, a lot of outs, and we're going to get this squad looking exactly how I want it to look. The first team might not look massively different to how it looks. I won't say now, because Drinkwater's in it and Loftus-Cheek's in it and Emerson's in it. But when we have all our players available, the first team's unlikely to change very much from the first team of this season, but the bench is going to look very different next year. Morata's in, hits the crossbar, but Pedro collects the rebound, squares it to nobody in particular. Alonso now has a go, but it is clutched out of the air by Pope. And what do you do in this situation as Burnley manager? It's the third time you played us in a week. We've got progressively better at beating you every time. What do you do? How do you come out for this second half? I'm going to stay assertive and just say, yeah. No, I'm not going to start. I'm going to calmly say, don't let performance drop. Exactly. We can't let if we just carry on playing as we are, we get into the next round, which is it the quarter-final yet? I don't know how many knockout rounds there are in the Europa League. I'm conscious of the fact there's only 8 Premier League games left. So we must be hitting quarter-final territory for the Europa League, or else this competition's going to go on until like November. So I guess we're getting to the business end of the tournament now. I don't know when the draw for the next round is. I'd like to think I'll be able to show it to you on this video, but it might be that it takes place in like 10 days' time, because sometimes you have that weird time lag, which I think is mainly a Champions League thing and mainly caused by... I need to pause. Mainly caused by games not all taking place at the same time. Right, Loftus-Cheek needs to come off. And I'm going to bring Jorginho on for him, and we're going to drop back to this system. Just stick Jorginho in there as a halfback. In fact, you know what? I'll cheer you all up. Kante can be the halfback. Jorginho can play as the advanced playmaker. Let's see if he's any good, a little bit more attacking. And we're going to bring Giroud on for Morata. Morata not really had the best of games today, so we'll get Giroud on. Although Giroud doesn't really suit any of the systems that we play. I don't want to play with a big guy up front. I want to play with an advanced forward or a pressing forward. This is the closest that we've got to it, but still not happy. I'm going to bring Kovacic on now. Kovacic can come on for Drinkwater, and we're going to shuffle the midfield around again. There you go. Jorginho got a couple of minutes, like 10 minutes, playing in a more attacking, more creative role before we get our normal midfield 3 together, and he drops back to where he normally has to play. But you know, if he impressed there, I might give him a chance somewhere else, which I know is twisted logic, but it's my logic, and I'm sticking to it. And there we are. We are into the next round of the Europa League. I am happy with the way they played. It was just efficient, and I like efficient football. And I think it just said we've got the draw for the next round coming up tomorrow, so we should even get that before the FA Cup game against Leeds. Here we go then. It is the quarter-final, and this is the quarter-final draw. So teams left in the competition. There's Arsenal, there's us, Galatasaray, Spartak Moscow, Bordeaux, Eintracht Frankfurt, Marseille and Sporting. To be fair, the only team that I think might be able to beat us is Arsenal. So we've got to be looking for an Arsenal-Chelsea final, but let's see what happens. Spartak Moscow get Eintracht Frankfurt. Arsenal, this is probably going to be us, isn't it? They're going to knock us out in the quarterfinals because I'm being too arrogant. Boom! There you go. Arsenal against Chelsea. I think the winner of that tie wins the competition because I don't see a challenger from anyone else who's still left in it. When do we play that? I mean, the games are coming thick and fast now. We're going to have like 3 or 4 more episodes this season, which I guess it's because we're competing in a lot of competitions, which is, it's no bad thing. So a little bit of a tactical tweak and a little bit of rotation for the Leeds game then. It is the quarter-final of the FA Cup, so we are trying to take it seriously, but at the same time, we're looking at a league run-in that is going to get a bit tasty after this international break we're about to go on. And also, we've got the Europa League to try and win as well. So we're playing some of the second-string players, and because of that, we're going to counter-attack and try and be a little bit clever about it. This could all backfire. But we're going to move Kepa in goal. Azpilicueta at left back, because we are still struggling with full-backs. I just want to give Marcos Alonso a rest. We've got 2 left-backs on the bench and none on the pitch. 1 right-back, 3 centre-backs. Christensen moves out to right-back this time so we can keep Rudiger and Delight together in the middle. David Luiz comes in to play as the defensive midfield player because maybe that's where he fits into my team. And then we're going to keep Drinkwater in midfield because, let's face it, he's not going to play in any more important games, and try and get a game into Frankie de Jong as well. His condition is fine. His match fitness is nowhere near fine. And we're only going to play him for a half. We'll bring Kovacic on for him at half time. But just want to get a little bit of game time back into him to help him with his injury recovery. Likewise, Kasper Dolberg, who I'm partly playing him for fitness reasons and partly because I don't want to break Hazard, Pedro or Willian, and Dolberg is less important to us this season. He's more of a fringe player. He'll emerge as more of a force. Next year, hopefully, Pedro's going to be over on the other side with Giroud up front so that we can rest Morata. Yes, I know Frankie de Jong is injured. Well, he's not actually. Dolberg's the one who's injured. De Jong is the one who's just tired. But we're going to... A team such as ours should be winning this match without any problems. Let's go win it now, please. Yes, Kepa's been playing well. Yes, Kante's being rested. And yes, I hope Fulham don't sack their manager. My players won't find motivation a problem. My players want to win everything, apart from the Carabao Cup, which we kind of deliberately got knocked out of. But we want to win everything else. We've already got a Community Shield to our name this season. If we can add an FA Cup, a Europa League and a Premier League as well, I'm going to be a very happy bear. And really, any combination of players we put out against Leeds should be capable of progressing through to the next round, you'd think. It's been a relatively pleasant draw for us. We just need to make sure we don't take our awesomeness to advantage. Kev, words! My word! Why can't I speak? What's happening to me? This is your job, Kev. You can't mess this up now. Goodness me. Leeds are actually knocking the ball around fairly nicely, which I guess we're playing on our counter-attacking system. We're happy for them to have the ball inside the centre circle like they were there. Less happy for them to attack up this way, especially as we don't really have a right-back. David Luiz with a bit of a mess-up. That looked like a defensive unit that hadn't really played together before, which I guess, keeper and 2 centre-backs aside, is kind of what's happening. Christensen doesn't really know how to play right-back. David Luiz apparently doesn't know how to play football and kicks it into the back of, is that de Jong hanging around in the penalty area? It was an absolute mess. No, it's Kasper Dolberg he kicked it into the back of. Dolberg has no business being in our penalty area. He should never have been there. Right, we're gonna push out a little bit. We're gonna go to our control possession version of the same formation. We can't sit back and counter when we're behind, and Azpilicueta's just got himself sent off, hasn't he? That makes things so much easier. Good work, skipper. Goodness me. Right, we're just going to play 4 centre-backs at the same time. We've got many left-backs on the bench, but we'll just stick David Luiz out at left-back for the rest of this half while we decide what we want to do. We're just going to have to play without a holding midfield player. I think it's the only option we could do. In fact, with that combination of players, maybe it's more sensible to just shuffle them around a little bit and do something like this. At least then they're all playing in their actual positions. We'll stick the covering man in the middle. Why did he not... Why is his personalised instruction not coming on? We'll leave him there then, because I don't want to fiddle too much. But there you go, we'll do that. Just play him without fullbacks. No width! Who thought there would ever be a world where I'm playing with wingers but no fullbacks? I have changed and I'm not sure I care for it. 2018 Kev is turning in his grave. And, oh, what a save from Kepa. I was already doing that and we're 2-0 down speech. But Kepa with an absolutely world-class save. Clearly fully recovered from his broken leg because he hurled himself across that goal. And now we shout. Where's the passion? Exactly. Where is the passion? Right, let's go and win this game in this second half. We might have to have further tactical tweaks. I'm not sure how sensible the system we're playing is. It's the first time we've not been training a back three. This is the first time I've played a back three in FM19, I think, not just with Chelsea, and it's cost us a goal. I'm going to get myself knocked out of the FA Cup here just by... I'm getting too clever. I've decided I'm better than I am at this tactical nonsense. I can do no wrong. Everything I touch turns to awesome. And now we're going to lose to Leeds. And it's going to derail our entire season. Yikes. Right. We are tweaking again then. We're going to go to this. But we're going to bring on Marcus Alonso, obviously, because we need a proper actual defender on there. We'll do that. And... we're going to bring on Morata. And shall we bring on the big guy? We were supposed to take off De Jong at half time, weren't we? We'll have to do that then. There you go. Triple substitution. And we're also going to go more attacking. Where's the attacking button? It's that one, isn't it? Positive to attack him. And we've got to try and get back into this game. We've got 35 minutes to sort our lives out. Can't believe I've left Hazard and Willian on the bench when we need goals. Probably didn't need to bring Morata. Did we need to bring Morata on? We probably did. Here's Dolberg. Dolberg probably shouldn't be playing an entire game either. I've messed this up completely. We've got an international break now. I should have just played my normal first team. It's the FA Cup. I'm ashamed of myself. How do you do that reload thing that I hear so much about? I've not lost the game yet, so that makes it okay, surely. If I reload partway through when I realise what I've done... oh, we're not going to get back into this, are we? Right, let's try and use shouts. We've never really used these before. Let's show some passion. Did that do anything? I don't even know if I did that right. Yes, I did. So now we're asking them to show some passion. Come on, put the pressure on. There you go. They're fired up by me telling them to show some passion. What else can we say? Can we not shout again? I want to shout some more. I've got a taste for it. What are we going to do? Right, we're going to tell them to push forward. And do we push forward or do we demand more? I don't know what the play is here. We've not had a shot on target in this entire game. That's pathetic. We're a team that's about to win the Premier League. We're about to win the Europa League. And Leeds have nullified us to the point where we've not had a shot on target in the entire game. That's ridiculous. Right, Dolberg to Drinkwater. Across to Pedro. Now's the time to go and grab the first of our 2 goals we're going to get. Morata, that was brilliant. That was just superb for Morata. That's his 20th goal of the season. And now we're just going to push forward. Come on. We've got to go and grab an equaliser. It'll be one of the greatest comebacks in the history of the FA Cup. Imagine if I do it with shouts. I might have to stop doing YouTube if I keep trying to play Football Manager properly. Everyone knows that's not my unique selling point. I'm supposed to be delightfully incompetent. Right. We're going to demand more the moment we can. Demand more! Come on. We've got 4 minutes to grab an equaliser. At this stage, does it go to extra time or do we get a replay? I think once you get to the 6th round, it goes to extra time, doesn't it? Which isn't going to help us at all because we're the ones who are down to 10 men. But obviously, we'll take it. We don't want to get knocked out. Dolberg now. We've got Alonso on the overlap. Dolberg plays it through to Morata. Drinkwater just whistles wide. And we've still got about 4 minutes. Everyone's focused. Glad you're focused. But can you score a goal, you numbskulls? And there we go. That was the last opportunity we had. Pedro has got himself booked. And we've run out of time. At least we woke up a little bit in the last 20 minutes. But it was too little too late. And I'm going to give my first ever aggressive team talk. Yeah, there's just no excuse for that incompetence. Hopefully, that's something we can now refer back to again and again as we sort ourselves out for the rest of this run-in. Which, remember, continues tomorrow with Man City and Man United. And then Sunday, we're going to have probably Liverpool and Arsenal. The second leg of the Europa League, plus a big Liverpool game in the league. And after Sunday, we'll have played the rest of the top 4. And we'll know whether we're in the semi-final of the Europa League. So 2 days' time, we're going to know if this is going to be a good season or a bottle job. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.